We have some exciting news in the transgender news world. I have this article from healthjournalism.org. It says a new data tool for tracking trans news coverage. As legislation targeting trans people accelerates nationwide, journalists are being asked to cover an increasingly complex and politically charged landscape. Yet newsrooms often lack the data needed to understand what narratives dominate national reporting and what stories are being overlooked. The newly launched Trans News Initiative is a data tool created by the Trans Journalists Association and partners at University of Miami. Designed to track patterns in coverage across more than 200 U.S. news outlets, the tool gives reporters a clearer view of the frames, gaps, and trends shaping public understanding of trans communities. And this is important because Trump and the MAGA cult canceled all data collection surrounding LGBT people by the government. So this is a way we can track things like hate crime statistics, etc., to understand how the tool came together and how journalists can utilize it to enhance coverage. I spoke with Kay Petrin, which is the co-founder of Trans News Initiative. It says healthcare is one of the biggest points of public debate and journalistic debate. Some of the most publicly criticized stories have been health stories that spread misinformation about trans communities or covered new healthcare restrictions. The misinformation they're talking about is misinformation about trans children getting surgeries, which is pretty rare. In trans people, only about 10% of trans people ever get a genital surgery. And it's pretty rare that they do that when they're underage. So all of this narrative put out by Republicans is that like small little children are having genital mutilation, as they call it, with their anti-trans language, when that's not reality. But Republicans don't recognize reality or fact or evidence. That's the delusional problem of Republicans. They don't recognize evidence and facts, which is highly dangerous to do. You see a lot of coverage on trans care restrictions, state-level youth care debates, stories about specific medical technologies like puberty blockers, and conversations about conversion therapy. And I will say, when it comes to conversion therapy, this is a highly dangerous practice that is mostly done by unlicensed therapists. And research shows that people who undergo conversion therapy don't come out any different, and they are way more likely to commit suicide afterwards because they realize they can't change. And a lot of conversion therapy turns into this religious thing where they indoctrinate religion as part of the conversion. So this is just a right-wing extremist, pray the gay away type thing, but they don't work. They're highly dangerous. People end up dead from doing that. This person then said, one thing I don't see is substantial coverage of HIV and AIDS policy. Looking at the data, I don't see enough stories on this topic to create a topical subgrouping, and that's a real opportunity. So this is really cool. Things like trans hate crimes very often go unreported. And transgender people are one of the most violently attacked group of people in the country. But you won't see hate crime stories very often in mainstream media. So this is a really important tool that I'm excited about. I'll be back soon with more news, guys. Please like this video, leave your comments. I'll be back soon. Bye.